Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel. So if this is your first time of seeing my face, hi, my name is Bukola, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. So guys, I have been getting a lot of questions about a base cream, and I told you guys that I cannot do a practical video, but I kind of feel like this thing is easy, and I know there are a lot of videos online that you can even watch more if you want to see the practical aspects. I'm as well going to be dropping the recipe in the comment section, because I know even some people that were disturbing me, I had to tell them that there are some people that sell a base cream, but as much as some people wants to buy, then there are other people that also want to learn how to do it on their own, and the best thing is just to know how to do a base cream on your own. So when you have your own base cream, especially if you are somebody that sells cream yourself, or especially if you are tired of buying a lot of creams that is damaging your skin, you just want to make your own cream from scratch, then you need to know how to make a base cream yourself, basically. So I just decided to just film it immediately because I'm just waking up, so I hope I don't look too dull. So if you want to make your base cream, your natural base cream, like that is not going to be harmful, that's not going to cost you anything, just natural base cream, so it is left to you to decide which other thing you want to add to it to activate it. This is just a natural base that from this base you can extract your whitening. You can use it as your whitening base cream, you can use it as your Egyptian, all these many names of cream they used to call. So the number one recipe you will need in making a base cream: firstly, we are going to need 1 cup of an emulsifying wax. See, if this is your first time of seeing a video of a base cream, anything I mention here, I will try my best to write it on the screen, or better still, you can as well just check the description box, because I will write everything out there and browse about it, check what they look like. I will also insert some pictures of what they look like into the video. So you need 1 cup of an emulsifying wax, then you need ½ cup of cetylalcohol, and also ½ cup of STERIC acid. So all this together, you are going to pour them into a glass bowl, because you are going to be double boiling this. So just set aside a glass bowl, pour your emulsifying wax, pour your cetylalcohol, pour your STERIC acid inside. Then you go ahead to add your almond oil. You necessarily do not need to use almond oil per se. If you have any other carrier oil that is your choice, then you can decide to use it. But for this one that I just draft out, I use almond oil. So for 1 cup of an emulsifying wax, and also ½ cup of a cetylalcohol, and also 1 cup of a STERIC acid, you will need 60 ml of whatever carrier oil you want, that you know that suits your skin, or that you know is okay generally for people. So I decide to use almond oil. You can decide to use coconut oil, you can decide to use sunflower oil, depends on you. So I wrote almond oil 60 ml. You're going to pour all this into your glass bowl, and you are also going to add your vegetable glycerin, 30 ml of your vegetable glycerin. So when you pour all of this thing into your glass bowl, 1 cup of emulsifying wax, ½ cup of your cetylalcohol, 1 cup of your STERIC acid, and also 60 ml of your almond oil, and also 30 ml of your vegetable glycerin. So when you pour everything into a glass bowl, then you set that aside, then you put hot water, then you put it inside a boiling water on low heat. Inside a boiling water on low heat, so that all of these things that are inside the bowl can melt. Everything is going to melt together, and it's going to look like oil. Everything is going to melt, so you're going to wait for everything to finish melting. Then when you are double boiling your e-wax and cetylalcohol and all of that, then you need another hot water. You can decide to use your boiler to just boil some water. Make sure your water is very, very clean. Then you set aside that also and boil your water. So you're going to balance, I don't know, the temperature to be, don't let the temperature to be higher than each other. I don't know how I can explain that. You just need a normal temperature, or if you don't have something that you can use to check the temperature at home, you can just, your normal self can feel it. At least just make sure that one is not extraordinary hot and the other one is just cool. Just make sure that they're on the same phase. Then you bring out the emulsifying wax that you have already melted, that has been double boiled, and pour it. I will advise you pour it inside a bigger bowl. Why? Because one, it is going to be much when you start pouring water, and two, for better mixing. So guys, after transferring the melted emulsifying wax and also the steric acid, the oil, after you have transferred it into a bowl that is okay to mix, then you can now add your glycolic acid. So we are going to be needing 30 ml of glycolic acid in this particular recipe. So if you want a smaller recipe, please divide yourself. I am not going to be helping anybody to divide, because I'll drop recipe and some people will still be texting me to start helping them to divide, which I think you can do yourself. So after you have transferred your emulsifying wax inside that bigger bowl, then you can add your glycolic acid. So when you add your glycolic acid, then you start to mix. Don't add your preservative immediately. The reason is because if you add your preservative inside that same oil before you start mixing, the temperature might still be a little bit high. That is going to reduce how effective the preservative is. So I'm not going to advise you to add your preservative immediately. So when you add your glycolic acid, you start stirring, you start using your mixer, you start mixing it, then you will notice that it's beginning to be creamy. It has started forming. So if you want to make it an effective lightening base cream or an effective whitening base cream, then you will need a synthetic oil. It is either you use Nature's Secret or you use Army White or you use Labijanis. Labijanis also is a lightening oil and also a treatment oil. So some people either use Nature's Secret, Nature White, Labijanis, or Army White. There's another one they use also. So you can pick any of that. Immediately you pour your water and you start mixing, you will notice the color has changed to a paper white color. So keep mixing. When you start noticing that it has started to thicken up, then add either your Nature's Secret oil or your Nature White oil or your Labijanis oil. These are synthetic oil that are just going to help you boost the effect a little bit, so that when you want to use it and you want to add other things to it, it works or it peaks so fast. So when you start mixing it, then you add your Nature's Secret oil and all of that. So when you are done mixing, make sure you have mixed it to a particular point and the temperature is not as hot as when you just started. The temperature has dropped. Then you can now add your preservative. So for those of you that have been asking me, in that way it is not going to foam, it is not going to mold, because the preservative is going to be effective. Why I'm saying this is because when it is hot, when you apply your preservative, when it is hot, it has a probability of it not being effective anymore, because the temperature might reduce how that preservative is going to work. So if you know that you want to get the benefits of the preservative, you really want your base cream to be preserved with that, to add it later and not immediately after you drop your emulsifying wax from the double boiler method you use or whatever thing. So make sure that it is not really hot when you are adding your preservative. With that, the preservative is going to be very effective. Oil or the synthetic oil we add is just to make it effective from scratch. It's just to make it effective that whenever you want to add or you want to use it as your base for a lightening cream or your Snow White cream, it's going to peak so fast. So I hope I've been able to explain to you guys, because I've gotten a lot of questions about my base cream. After a few days I'll see some mold on it, after a few days it's turning watery. Even some people, I have to explain to them, send a voice note, but I think that's not only going to help. That was the main reason why I did this video, because I cannot continue sending voice note or writing out this thing for people. That was why I decided to come online and explain to you guys. So if you're having issues about pouring it together or whatever thing, the practical aspect, you can watch other people's video. I know there are a lot of videos about base cream, but this is what you need when you want to make a base cream. If you have all of these things in your base cream, trust me, you have an effective base cream. So then you can start adding whatever thing you want to add. And if you are using it to make a lightening face cream, or you are using it to make a lightening body cream, and you want to start adding your powders like niacinamide, glycerin, you have to there are some powders that can be added to the emulsifying wax when you want to double boil it, while there are some powders that can be dissolved with oils or water and all of that. But for your base cream, this is what you need to make a base cream. So that is all I have to say about this, and I hope I have been able to answer this question very well. So thank you guys so much for coming on my channel today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share. Turn on your post notifications so you get notified anytime I drop new videos, and make sure you follow me on all social media platforms, as I will drop the link in the description box, and this recipe will also be in the description box. Thank you guys so much for all the time. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.